All right, let's dive into the tech event of the year. Google's about to unleash the Pixel 10 lineup, and it's shaping up to be a wild ride that could shake up the smartphone world. Imagine a phone that doesn't just keep up, but pushes the boundaries with a chip that's finally ready to rumble with the big players, cameras that make your jaw drop, and a foldable that might just steal the show. Oh, and here's the best part. Google slipped up and leaked their own plans through FCC filings, giving us a front row seat to the chaos. Curious about what's coming? Hang tight, because we're about to unpack every juicy detail of the Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro, Pixel 10 Pro XL, Pixel 10 Pro Fold, and Pixel Watch 4, plus some mind-blowing AI tricks that'll keep you glued to the screen. Sam here. If you're pumped for these tech scoops, smash that like button, share this video, and hit subscribe for more. Let's geek out together. So Google's big Made by Google event is set for August 20th, 25, and it's not just another product launch. This one feels different. Like Google's done playing the underdog and is ready to throw punches at Apple and Samsung. How do we know? Those FCC filings weren't just a clerical oops, they're a goldmine. We've got model numbers, GBO-GL066 and GK2MP for the Pixel 10, G4QR for the Pro, and GL82 for the Pro XL. These aren't just random codes, they're proof Google's cooking up something big. But it's the hardware details that have us buzzing, and trust me, there's a lot to unpack. Let's kick things off with the Tensor G5 chip, because this is where Google's rewriting the script. For years, Pixel phones leaned on Samsung-built chips that were solid, but never quite matched the raw power of Qualcomm's Snapdragon or Apple's A series. Not anymore. Google's partnered with TSMC, the same folks who make chips for the iPhone and top-tier Androids, using a cutting-edge 3 nanometers process. What does that mean for you? Blazing fast performance, battery life that doesn't quit, and thermals that won't turn your phone into a hand warmer. Gamers get hyped, ray tracing is coming, so your mobile games are about to look like they belong on a PS5. But here's the burning question, can the Tensor G5 finally go toe-to-toe with the competition? Leaks say it's a huge leap forward, but real-world tests will tell the tale. What's your take? Could this be Google's moment to shine? Drop it in the comments. Now cameras. If there's one thing Pixels are known for, it's taking photos that make everyone else jealous. The Pixel 10 Pro and Pro XL are rocking a triple camera setup, a 50MP main sensor, a 48MP ultrawide, and a 48MP 5x telephoto. Sounds familiar? Sure. But Google's tossing in a custom ISP, ditching Samsung's image processing for better dynamic range, sharper HDR, and colors that look so real you'll swear you're there. Here's the big news. The base Pixel 10 isn't getting left behind. It's joining the triple camera club with telephoto zoom, so even the cheapest model is ready to flex. And get this, stabilization is now gimbal level across all models. Whether you're filming a concert or chasing your kid around, your videos are going to be smooth as butter. But can it outdo the iPhone 17's rumored periscope lens or Samsung's 200MP monster? We're counting down to find out. Then there's the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, and this thing might just steal the spotlight. Foldables are tricky, dust is their kryptonite, but leaks say Google's cracked the code with the world's first dust-proof foldable. That's a game changer if you've ever worried about pocket lint killing your phone. It's also got a bigger outer screen for easier typing and scrolling, a beefier battery, and a main camera that's ready to take on Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 7. Speaking of Samsung, they just bumped up the Fold 7's price, while Google's keeping the Pro Fold's price steady. Could this be the foldable to beat? It's got my attention, but I want to hear from you. Is a dust-proof foldable enough to sway you from Samsung? Batteries are getting a serious upgrade too. The base Pixel 10 is hitting nearly 5,000 mAh, the Pro's at 4,870 mAh, and the Pro XL is flexing a massive 5,200 mAh, bigger than Samsung's Galaxy S25 Ultra. Charging's getting faster too, 29W wired and 15W wireless with the new Qi 2 standard. There's a catch though, rumors of a MagSafe-like magnet system are floating around, but it might need a special case to hit full speed. Deal breaker or no biggie? Let me know below, because I'm torn. Either way, these battery boosts mean you're spending less time tethered to a charger and more time actually using your phone. Let's not sleep on the Pixel Watch 4, it's not a total reinvention, but Google's making moves. The Snapdragon W5 chip is back, but battery life's getting a serious bump. Think all-day wear without sweating a low battery warning. Charging's faster too, so you're not stuck waiting forever to top up. The design's sleek as ever, with upgraded sensors for fitness tracking that might finally give the Apple Watch a run for its money. It's not perfect, but it's practical, and for Pixel fans it's looking like a solid companion. Now Android 16 is dropping with the Pixel 10 lineup, and Google's going all in on AI. Meet Magic Cube, their slick new AI feature that's like having a personal assistant who's always one step ahead. Imagine texting a friend who needs your flight info. Magic Cube pulls it straight from your Gmail in a snap. It's all done in a secure, isolated environment, so your data's locked down tight. This isn't just a gimmick, it's the kind of seamless integration that could make your phone feel like an extension of your brain. But how far can Google push AI before it feels like overkill? That's what I'm curious about. Let me know your thoughts. Here's where it gets crazy: satellite connectivity. All three Pixel 10 models are getting non-terrestrial network support, so you could stay connected in the middle of nowhere. Google teased this with the Pixel 9, but now it's real. Texting from a mountain hike or calling for help in a dead zone is on the table. Add in Wi-Fi 6E, Thread support, and ultra-wideband on the Pro models, and these phones are future-proofed. The base Pixel 10 skips a couple of those extras but still rocks a Samsung modem for rock-solid connectivity. It's not flashy, but it's reliable, and that's what counts. Pricing's where Google's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. They're holding the line on last year's prices, even as Apple and Samsung creep higher. The Pixel 10 Pro looks like the value king, flagship specs without the wallet-crushing price tag. But here's the big question: is this enough to make Google a heavyweight? They're still a smaller player in the smartphone game, but their growth is steady, and with AI, cameras, and satellite tech, they're not just following trends, they're setting them. Will the Pixel 10 series be the one to change the game? August 20th is coming fast and I'm counting down. Let's talk displays because Google's not skimping here. The Pixel 10's hitting 2000 nits, while the Pro and Pro XL crank it up to 2250 nits. No more squinting in the sun. They're also borrowing a page from Apple with adaptive tone, tweaking colors for a natural look and less eye strain. It's a small touch, but it's the kind you'll appreciate every day. The Pro models are also getting enhanced thermal chambers for better cooling during gaming or heavy apps. The base model skips the vapor chamber, but for most folks it won't matter. Here's a wild stat to chew on: Google's been using the same 50MP main sensor since the Pixel 6, but their software keeps making it better. This year, with the new ISP and gimbal level stabilization, they're squeezing even more out of it. It's like Google's saying, we don't need new hardware, just smarter code. But with the iPhone 17 rumored to have a periscope lens and Samsung's 200MP sensor, can Google's software magic keep up? I'm dying for those camera shootouts. But wait, there's more to this story. Google's not just banking on hardware, they're weaving in software tricks that could set the Pixel 10 apart. Take the new AI-powered photo editing tools, for instance. Leaks suggest you'll be able to seamlessly remove objects from photos or enhance low-light shots with a single tap, all powered by the Tensor G5's neural processing unit. It's the kind of feature that sounds simple but could make your social media game unstoppable. And then there's the rumored Live Translate upgrade, which might let you translate entire conversations in real time, even offline, thanks to on-device AI. Imagine chatting with someone across the globe without missing a beat. That's the future Google's aiming for. Let's zoom out for a second and talk about why this launch matters. Google's been the scrappy underdog in the smartphone world, but they're not content with that anymore. Their market share's been climbing, and with the Pixel 10 lineup, they're making a statement: we're here to compete. The timing of the August 20th event, just weeks before Apple's iPhone 17 reveal, is no accident. Google's trying to steal the spotlight, and with features like satellite connectivity and a dust-proof foldable, they might just pull it off. But here's the catch: some fans are skeptical. A recent poll showed 54% of people are hyped for the Tensor G5, but 27% think this is just another incremental update. So is this a revolution or just a refresh? I'm leaning toward the former, but I want to hear from you. Let's circle back to the Pixel 10 Pro Fold because I can't stop thinking about it. Foldables are still a niche market, but they're growing fast, and Google's jumping in with both feet. Beyond the dust-proof design, leaks hint at a hinge that's smoother and more durable than ever, so you can open and close it without that nerve-wracking creak. The outer screen's not just bigger, it's brighter too, hitting 1800 nits for better outdoor visibility. And with Android 16 optimized for foldables, you're getting multitasking that actually makes sense, like running two apps side by side without a hitch. Could this be the device that finally makes foldables mainstream? I'm not betting the farm, but it's got me intrigued. Now let's get nerdy about connectivity. The FCC filings confirmed Wi-Fi 6E across all models, which means faster, more reliable Wi-Fi even in crowded places like coffee shops or airports. The Pro models are also getting ultra-wideband, which could make things like digital car keys or precise device tracking a reality. Thread support's another cool addition, letting your phone talk to smart home devices more efficiently. And that Samsung modem, it's an upgraded version of what powered the Pixel 9, so expect fewer dropped calls and better 5G performance. It's not the flashiest stuff, but it's the kind of behind-the-scenes upgrade that makes a difference. Here's another fun fact: did you know Google's been quietly testing satellite connectivity since 2023? They didn't make a big deal out of it, but the Pixel 9 laid the groundwork, and now the Pixel 10's taking it mainstream. This isn't just for emergencies. It could mean streaming music or navigating in remote areas where cell towers are a distant dream. It's the kind of feature you hope you never need but will be grateful for when you do. And with Google's knack for software optimization, I'm betting it'll be seamless. Let's talk about the Pixel Watch 4 for a hot second. It's not stealing headlines like the phones, but it's no slouch. The improved battery life means you can track a full marathon without worrying about your watch dying mid-run. The new sensors are more accurate for heart rate and sleep tracking, so fitness buffs will get more reliable data. And with Wear OS 5, you're getting a smoother interface and better integration with your Pixel phone. It's not going to dethrone the Apple Watch overnight, but it's a solid step forward for Android wearables. Back to the phones, let's talk software because Android 16 is a big deal. Beyond Magic Cube, Google's rolling out new customization options, like a revamped theming engine that lets you tweak everything from icons to system colors. There's also talk of a battery health feature that shows you how much juice your battery's got left in its lifespan, kind of like what iPhones have had for years. It's practical stuff, but it shows Google's listening to what users want. And with 7 years of promised updates, a Pixel 10 could stay fresh until 2032. That's some serious long-term value. Pricing's the cherry on top. Google's not hiking prices, which is a bold move when inflation's got everyone else charging more. The base Pixel 10 starts at a price that won't make your wallet cry, and the Pro models deliver flagship performance without the $1, 200 plus price tags of Apple and Samsung. The Pro Fold's price holding steady is especially clutch, given how pricey foldables can get. If you're looking for bang for your buck, the Pixel 10 Pro might just be the one to beat. So where does this leave us? Google's not just launching phones, they're making a statement. The Pixel 10 lineup, with its AI smarts, killer cameras, and future-proof features like satellite connectivity, feels like a turning point. They're still the underdog, but they're closing the gap fast. The August 20th event is going to be a spectacle, and with Google dropping teasers and leaks piling up, the hype train's in full swing. Want to stay in the loop? Hit that subscribe button, because I'll be breaking down every new detail as it drops. And if you're curious about how the Pixel 10 stacks up against the iPhone 17 or Galaxy S25, I've got a comparison video coming up. Don't miss it. So what's got you most excited? The foldable, the AI, those massive batteries? Let me know in the comments, and let's keep the tech love going. Catch you next time.